Greetings everyone, and Great here for another HPowers 4 replay. Spawn on the left side as red Ottomans with SAS. Spawn on the right side as yellow Abbasid Dynasty with LucifroNN. Let's see now, Abbasid Dynasty versus Ottomans. Abbasid Dynasty, the Golden Age Tier 1 will give them plus 15% resource collection for all resources. Of course, it will be improved later on. And versus the Ottomans, who just get, rather than taking time to collect the resources, they just get their economic benefits straight to military units getting free military unit production. And plus with the Vizier, they get a lot of powerful benefits. Let's make sure the Ottomans selected there so we can see when the Vizier pops up. Of course, both of them classify Islam, so should be able to get some extra resource drop-off from berries. So I don't think the Ottomans actually get their extra resource drop-off. They simply just can't be able to claim a boar. This map, boar is pretty useless other than to aggravate it to engage your opponents. Barry's not being cleaned on up. We got now the House of Wisdom deploying a field, and he's going for the military wing. He's going to get us some free units of his own to engage his opponent's free units, which a boot camp will be very useful. Ottomans tend to be very aggressive in feudal age with their free units. Or they could just use the free unit as a good defense and go for max expansion. When it comes to unique units, the Abbasid can pull out some camel archers in feudal age, which hit hard. They're good against spearmen, the ability for spearmen, and they do have good or effective reduce opponents' horsemen and other cavalry. So, it being cavalry archer, it generally wants to stay away from them being in melee range. In comparison, the Ottomans will get the Sipahi. The Sipahi, a more powerful horseman that's more expensive, as well as has ability to improve its attack output or receive more melee damage in return. When Minare's been playing field, which does give him some free berry bushes, as well as able to collect the berries faster from those said berry bushes. Do now have the wheelbarrow bringing research as well. Oh yeah, I've been meaning to get to do this as well. Sorry about that. Got a handful of the free spearmen deployed field designed to be a bit defensive. Now I do have the small free force advance on forward. Of course, it won't be able to do much for the town center. Now I got the free Sipahi being deployed field. He can leave these spearmen in locations where his units are gathering resources to prevent any sort of horsemen from overrunning them. Currently, right now, he's not pulling out any stable nor any military structure at the moment. So he is not eyeing to put any more aggression after this. He's just trying to keep his opponent corralled in the base. These are just regular spearmen, not even hardened spearmen at the moment as well. We do have a stable going up, as well as an archer range here. There's a bit of damage there. These spearmen are not upgraded either. He does not spot those production structures going on up, so this may catch him off guard. We do have another town center up here, next to the force puppers. And not sure what the scout's trying to do. Maybe he was trying to interrupt placement there, but he predicted wrong. Goes off that deer there, it's going to start picking off the deer nearest town center. So it looks like the arrows are coming one at a time. Forest puppers will be killed there. And right now, oh, we got the Vizier now. If you have decent force here, which is larger than its current force, that's going to leave the spearman behind, or that made a mistake. Let's get some arrowheads on the archers. Now do have a stable going on up. Takes out one of those spearmen there, which will make his horsemen a bit more effective. We do not see barracks here, so potentially going for mass horsemen against the Ottomans wouldn't be bad. Sipahi are superior in 1v1, of course. They do have more health, they hit a little bit harder. Max speed, I believe, is the same. Of course, sometimes just more of them is always a good strategy. Do not have a... Okay, that's a house, not a stable there. Got some horsemen being pulled on the field. Blacksmith going up, which will increase production speed of these structures. Fresh foodstuffs are now being researched as well.
Eşitin evet.
Toruşa hazır.
Küdezgil kıl.
Barracks is now being pulled in the field. Got the Spahi and Scout moving around. It's the natural trade market here. All military schools will be pulled in, or at least the two. Let's see, where do you invest that Vizier? Invest into the sheeple and also improves the mining speed. That's his only economic benefit, the improvement mining speed.
Bilgi.
Oop, and that villager goes down to the Spahi. It looks like they did use a fortitude ability.
Buyruk ver.
Got a couple spearmen here. They are just regular spearmen. It's going for the hardened spearmen now. Over here, they probably push one forward. Does see some talents and arrows. May want to get some pierce damage out sooner rather than later, as his pierce armor return. Spearmen do get us try to go for spear bracer, which interrupt their movement. Now the Doggo trying to get some bites on the Sipahi as well. Good amount of the forest puffers being cleaned up. The other set of forest puffers right there, not too far away. Scout will spot all the villagers collecting this gold. He's collecting a lot of gold there. In fact, he's almost about to go to the next age. Want to see fast castle for the Ottomans. I think that's the spawn military unit that went down there, not a villager. Spahi will find some hits there.
Sipahi hazır. Yola git. Sipahi hazır.
You know, the Sipahi are falling on back.
Çetenin.
Horsemen and Scout falling back as well. There's just too many Sipahi here, and now there's a behead Imperial Armory. A Scout will bleed off the Sipahi. Horsemen do move at a rate of 1.88 tiles. The Scouts do move a little bit slower. We'll find this horseman there. We'll get outnumbered. The Ottoman player, we're seeing all these horsemen may just want to get out some spearmen as well. Teach weapons will not be useful. Doggo does go down. We do have some defensive palisade walls up here, just a small number of them. I think for more force puppers on to get out some more walls throughout the rest of the map now. Culture Wing's now going on up. He may be eyeing for Culture Wing, get the knowledge preservation, and then maybe eventually eyeing for the faster Imperial Age. Right now, going for a mass cavalry in Castle Age may not be a good idea. Janissaries do bonus damage to cavalry at a pretty high rate of fire. They do cost mostly gold though. Horseman advancing forward, there's only one spearman there. Next stage has been researched, got another Vizier there. And now these horsemen are falling back with the Spahi on their tail. He does invest a Vizier into an extra military school now, so should be able to get what, 4? Yeah, can get the 4 now. Spahi in pursuit of these horsemen now. Culture Wing's almost complete. And now to see some Ottoman man-at-arms. Crossbows can engage them. Elons will be on a little bit lesser foot on them, though they can get the increased health. Preservation knowledge is now being researched. Yeah, the Abbasid player has probably a bit too much food at the moment. He knows what the Sipahi falling around. Now got the main arrows pushing way forward. Do we see any crossbows on Doku? No, we do not. We are seeing some lancers, which will be a good item versus the man-at-arms. And now we got the veteran Sipahi research as well. More spearmen wouldn't hurt, so maybe a spearman crossbow would be a good composition. Lancers would be generally good as well. The Ottoman player is not to float out any sort of spearman unit, no additional ones, but he's going for some Janissaries now, which would be anti-cavalry tool. So, going for probably a mix of crossbow, archer, spearman would probably be a good composition. Lancers and horsemen can still be used along the flank. Maybe horsemen, yeah, both of them to engage, say, the siege weapons.
Devam harekete intikal eyle. Emir et. Devam et. Yürüdü eyle. Devam et. Yürüdü eylemek üzere.
Spearmen advancing forward. Got the exotic doggo buying some man-at-arms. Let's find some of these man-at-arms there. And horsemen here will go down. And not running these guys around, which means the Spahi could now ignore them, engage over here. Got some lancers here. As well as a good number of spearmen. Horsemen trying to hit these man-at-arms now. Waiting for the rest of these forest puppers. He's actually going to run out of food on the map. There's some berry bushes from to the plain though. Got some crossbows being pulled up the Abbasid Dynasty player now. Let's repair up the palisade gate there. Needs to retask these units on something else, such as the berries. He needs another source of food, because right now he has only 9 villagers on food. May need to get a bit of wood for farms as well. Something to place around his prime, any of his town centers. Horsemen do go down for the Sipahi. We got this big wave of Sipahi push way forward. He's trying to get the berries. These villagers are very, very vulnerable right now. In fact, they're going to get hit now. The only one Sipahi advance forward, which will allow the Lancers and the Spearmen to advance on forward. We do have the Phalanx research there. That'll be very good for the Sipahi, as well as boot camp. The Abbasid player does have a bit of wood to work with, so he needs to get out some farms, I would say. Actually running low on gold. Let's see, there's some gold deposits here and stone deposits here. Oof. The Abbasid player may want to get out some keeps in this area. Put a keep right here to secure the gold and the stone. There's a lot of resources, valuable resources in this tight group area, so going for a keep or two in that region is probably a good idea. Over here, do got a good amount of stone, gold a bit more center. Trying to put some walls there to help keep the berries secured. The Lancer engaged Sipahi. And this villager may go down. Red's only killed off 1 villager, Yellow's killed off 3. The Lancer does go down there. We do got a metro here to support up these forces right now. Increase their attack speed by 15%. We got 2 spring golds here. Rock's being cleaned up. Yellow's claimed 2. Red has claimed 1 and picked up 1. We got 2 mangonels here. That's probably the free mangonels. He has a handful of spearmen now, and he's going to clean up the rest of his gold, so the Ottoman player will need to find another gold deposit really soon. He can keep this one untouched and go for these other 2. A keep right here could be very good. Abbasid's right now pretty low on food. Has 31 people on food right now, the berries primarily. And that's going to be the last of the berries on the side of the map. There's some more here. Another reason why to get a keep, I would say. Economic tax, I got 1 food, 1 wood over here. We got 1 food and 1 wood. Both have wheelbarrow. 2 pierce damage, 2 pierce damage, 1 pierce armor. Soon it be 1 hack armor, 1 pierce armor over here. And soon going for more archer research. He may be eyeing the heavy archers, those does have a pair of mangonels to contend with. Whoa. See Project Fire there. Spearman could get hit significantly hard by these archers. He does have a couple of Gilams here. Crossbows need to save their distance as well. He's trying to fall back to these mangonels.
Düşman civarındayım. Arada eyvallah.
Of course, with the meta nearby, these mangonels also get their attack speed increased, which is making them very effective. Two mangonel here. Right now, red has army 60, yellow has an army 71. Quality is definitely in favor of red, however. He does have currently 5 Janissaries here, so the cavalry will get required to advance towards that. So we're trying to find some more of these units. And we do got EMs everywhere. We're trying to claim these sacred sites. Yellow is contesting 2 of them. Magnels will find a pretty good hit there on these villagers. We got a couple of Springalds here. Also 1 Magnel for yellow. That's a pretty good choke point here. Springalds can dance around the forest. We now got the Spahi and Lancers, a couple scouts and a Meter trying to push their way in. Spearmen need to start hitting it. Does have a couple crossbows here as well as a horseman. This force will be cleaned on up, but he will save the villagers. We'll take out that 1 crossbows there. Now these villagers can potentially get hit significantly hard. The villager needs to run over here. Some of these villagers will get pinned right there. Good amount of force. This force is pretty much trapped in here, but could get some good work in. Red's other force is advancing forward. A significant force here, including the 2 Mangonels and 8 Janissaries. And he has no defense force here. Does rebuild those walls. He does have this force not pushing forward. This Lancer will get gunned down, literally. So got his force being pursued. His archer force is getting back over here. Arms are being hit as well. And he does need that food still. He's losing numbers of farms, so these villages will go down as well. He has a significantly larger number of villages. He does have a second town center. Mangonels just goes pretty forward. So this force, that Mangonel can get overwhelmed. Does get a poor hit there. Got 2 Mangonels here. One of Red's Mangonels to go down. Both Red's Mangonels to go down, so does Yellow's Mangonel. Got this force remains forward. If the Mangonel's now down, Yellow's force can engage in melee. We got a good number of crossbows here. We got a large number of crossbows on both sides. But overall, there's more armor for Red, looks like. Spearman gets some great damage there. So got the Janissaries firing away. They have an absurd rate of fire. With the nearby Metro, they're getting high rate of fire. But that force just got disintegrated. As this force was smaller and heavily light in the siege weapons, Yellow did a good job of picking up the siege weapons, the Mangonels before entering on in. Allowing to get a quick and ease, and now it's going to get a mass counterattack. And since the Ottomans rely on those for use quite a bit, it will take a bit of time for those forces to get recovered. There's a good number of Janissaries coming out, but the archers, the composite bow archers, will get some good counter to those Janissaries because they do have more range. Janissaries have less range than a standard gunpowder unit. They have a range of 3.5 as opposed to 4. And these archers do have a range of 5. And have a really good rate of fire. In fact, this entire force, barring these handful of man-at-arms, are very vulnerable to those composite bowmen. And he does have a good number of crossbows to engage those man-at-arms as well. Got down all the force puppers there. He's going to need to get some more Mangonels, honestly. He's getting Spring Gold on the field. I think they've been hitting Imperial Army's Iron for a free Spring Gold. Yes, he is. Archers does go down. This one has been cleaned over. Yellow got the 2 EMs. Everything's debate. Is it the... Okay, no, I was going to say something about Sunni versus Shia. That's probably not a good idea to bring that up. We do not have the... most of those Janissaries do go down there. Yellow picked up red Spring Gold as well. That allows his Mangonels to reign supreme. And his force is mostly infantry. Very, very weak to the Mangonels. He's got the measures through the pierce armor, not the attack speed at the moment. Massive hit there on those forces. Spearman is still in good numbers, so we can't force him to run the archer force. He needs to get out some more Spring Gold. Red Spring Gold immediately goes down. I think he'll go to hit Imperial Armory. It'd be another minute 40 seconds before he gets another one for free. He needs to get another Siege Workshop. He does not have another Siege Workshop on the field. Maginot could start hitting these buildings. It does do bonus damage to these buildings. It does 108 per volley. Or was it 96? Could be actually 96 per volley. Still pretty good. It's a great hit there on those units. And now they're being, it's a urbanized area, and these archer force would annihilate any sort of these ranged units. Or not ranged, melee units. Janissaries do not have enough range for the urbanized environments. They actually got annihilated by the Maginot. And that is the end of the replay. This is Anna Grid saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.